Okay, it is 1:10 and I am starting now. I'm not holding y'all up and I got things to do too, so. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna go over everything and again, interrupt me if you have a question or just, kind of wait till I finish that topic and then if you have a question, feel free to go ahead and ask me, okay? So let's start with just the welcoming part of camp. The camp dates are from June 23rd to August the 21st, okay? So that is, if your child is in PG County schools, then they start as soon as PG gets out, okay? Child not in PG County school, yours in DC? Okay, so is she starting the 23rd?
Yes, that's that Monday, right?
Uh-huh, okay, so they get out the same time?
Oh, they do, okay.
No, I'm asking you.
No, they get out on the 17th, 16th.
Oh, but before,
Yes, before.
Like a day.
Yeah, oh, yeah, day before.
a day before, okay.
The last of
Cause they out on the 18th, okay, yeah.
June 23rd through August.
21st. Mm-hmm. I think they go back to school on that 23rd. Is it?
DC is later, but
Yeah,
I think they're
around the same.
Okay. The hours for camp are, we're open Monday through Friday from 8 in the morning to 5 p.m. If you have a earlier or later time needed, that's considered before and after care. And feel free to let me know after this meeting if you require that. It is additional because those are our camp hours, okay? So just let me know on that part. Anybody that's on the scholarship program, the scholarship is vouchers. Anybody that has that, I believe there should be no issue with you guys because they cover before and after care. I will check with each person individually if you need it to make sure that it does that, okay? So I'm gonna go over, it says, welcome to summer camp at Shands Jumping Gymnasium. We are thrilled to have your child with us this summer for fun, enrichment, and creativity in a safe, structured, and engaging environment. This welcome packet that I'm reading will help include everything you need to know for a successful summer. So I don't know if you guys know, over the last few years when I ran summer camp, I ran it under the Department of Health. Running it under Department of Health is kind of like my rules, my way. Whatever I want to do, I run it how I want to run it. Recently, I have decided to opt to be under the Child Care Department of Education. They do not go like that. You have to follow what they say when they say how they say. So my place used to be, come in, drop your kids off and see when it's time to pick up. We don't have no schedule. Whatever they want to do, they're going to do. And, as long as they're safe, and that's just how we operated. Now, for summer, they require a lot of things. So as I said, they're talking about enrichment and all of those things. Even though it's summer, they still want them to be learning something, some kind of, just any kind of thing that's engaging their minds. So I have implemented, which I'll go over the schedule with you guys. If you can get them to take a picture, pass it down. I'll go over the schedule shortly, but it gives just a brief daily schedule to show you what we'll be doing when we're not on trips. It might not every day go in that order. I'm pretty sure it won't, but it gives you an idea of what we'll be doing. Again, I'll elaborate on the schedule a little further down. Okay, so I wanted to talk about, most of y'all know me here. I'm seeing familiar faces, but I'm Miss Shani. I'm the owner, and I'm also the camp director. So, hello. You can just come on in, find your seat. So yes, again, I am the owner, the camp director, pretty much the person that is running the facility, okay? So I also have, you'll be seeing throughout the summer, I have a total of 5 staff, okay? So some of them are not here, but the ones that are, I will introduce you to, which is Miss Sheila. So, yes. Miss Sheila has been with us how long, Miss Sheila?
4 years.
Okay, so she's been right with us through all those times, and she is one of the lead teachers. Okay, so you'll see her in the classroom as well with your teachers. Next, I have Miss V. Y'all should know her. Miss V been with us
Forever.
forever, since day one. So yes, Ms. Sheila, can you give them that just came in a copy of this and the schedule that they have when you get a chance? Okay. And walking in over here is Miss Unique. It's okay. Say hello. You came right in time for the introduction. So Miss Unique is she's also her and Miss V are aides. They will be in the room with me and myself and Miss Sheila. Miss V is also about to be a teacher, so she may be leading the classroom as well if you see her. Okay. Unique, you have been with us for how long?
Almost 4 years.
4 years. Okay, so as y'all see, I do not have a big staff turnover because I'm a good boss. But I got some good workers and they are very good with y'all kids, and that's why they are still remaining here. All of them, they can run this facility without me here, and I trust them with y'all kids. So I expect y'all to learn to trust them if you don't already. But I think for the most part, everybody here is familiar with who they are. Okay, so we're gonna get started on some of the topics that I chose to talk about during this meeting. Again, for the ones that's coming in, you got everything, Michelle?
Anybody else in the company? Two forms. Okay.
All right, so let's see. So the first thing I'm gonna talk about is the food for the summer. You guys do not have to bring any breakfast, any lunch, okay? We are fully providing both of those. And snacks. We're actually doing all three this year. So breakfast, lunch, and snacks will be provided. The lunch is full course meals, so they'll receive with protein, vegetable, fruit, milk, and sometimes juice as well, okay? So as far as, do I have anyone here that will be wanting to bring their kids lunch? Okay, so for those wanting to bring lunch, that's fine. Being as though we operate again under this Department of Education, there's just some policies that we have to follow with you bringing in your lunch. So with that, if you're sending your own food, it must be labeled with your child's name, with the date. It has to have the date. Anything that goes in our refrigerator must have a date on it, okay? So please remember that. If you guys forget, you don't tell me, you know, and I can't put it in the refrigerator, okay? Again, this is not me operating like I used to. This is a new operation, and I'm trying to follow all of the protocols to make sure that we can continue to provide this kid. So make sure your child has a label with the name and the date on it. We can refrigerate the food, but we cannot heat up. So I know last year y'all was sending full gourmet meals and had my staff running back and forth, warming up everything y'all could think of from home. But we cannot do it this year. If you're gonna bring a lunch, make it a cold lunch, okay? So we can just grab it right from the refrigerator to you. Or, you know, I think they have those new food warmer things now. They have all kinds of different stuff. They have something like that, right? Yeah. So if you have, you know, if you want something warmed up, heated up before you come into the gym and put it in one of those warmers, whatever you may need to do, but we definitely have to have it labeled and cold, okay? Anybody have any questions as far as that part? The food?
The breakfast and lunch that's provided, is that like the regular like box food lunches that they
So no, it's not. So you, we use a food program, a caterer during the summer. So they provide breakfast. It could be anything. We have a menu. So on days that you see, okay, my child doesn't eat that, then you can bring in the food that you want to bring. Yeah, so we'll post it. There's a bulletin board downstairs when you first walk into the door. It's a bulletin board on your left-hand side. That's where all your updates and everything that you need to see daily will be. So there you'll see if, you know, if it's something there that you want for your child or not. Okay, yep. So with that being said, that's the last question on the food. Everybody's good on the food part? Mm-hmm.
So, I know you guys provide the snack as well, but can we send an additional snack?
Yes, as long as everything is labeled.
Okay.
It just has to have her name and date on it. So whatever you bring, send it to her with a name and date. Okay? Mm-hmm.
And then
Yep, so I'm gonna go, I'm glad you reminded me of that. So this, the health inventory forms, can you bring me those, please?
When they want to send the news, they have to be cool, that kind of stuff.
So, that's, yeah, I said it's cold food only. You missed that one?
The cool, I thought it was fast.
Yeah, so cold food only. No, we're not heating up anything. Or the warmer stay already. Yeah, okay. Yes, some of y'all are real heavy, faithfully bringing those pack of noodles. We with lunches at 1. We by the time we finish cooking everybody's noodles, we're not eating till 3 o'clock. So you still can send your noodles, but make them in the morning before you come. Pop them in a warmer or whatever you need to do, to make it work. And as far as the food allergies that you was asking about, so you will have a form, you will state any food allergies on it, and then we have a board in the kitchen so our staff will know not to provide that child with anything outside of that. Okay. All right, so next, what to bring. So as far as what to bring to camp, they will need comfortable clothing for active play. So, no tennis shoes. I'm sorry, not no tennis shoes. No. No, they don't write like what? Like what we about to wear? Sorry about that. Yeah, I can get some copies in a second. Yes, I'm sorry. No sandals. No sandals. And if they wear Crocs, it needs to be what my daughter call it, with the sport mode, if that's a thing. Put the sport mode on, okay? Yes, that's what I said. I didn't know anything. My daughter called it the sport mode. So,
Which they hate.
yes, make sure they have that on. Socks. Make sure they wear socks, okay? Most of the time, these kids really think they're at home. So as soon as they come in here, they're taking off their shoes. So make sure that they have on socks. They, for those that don't know, we have a lower gym downstairs. So the kids will be between up here and downstairs. They'll be all over the facility. So making sure they have on socks. If some of them choose to bring different kinds of shoes to wear, that's fine. We want to make sure that everybody has extra clothing, especially my little ones. Pack of clothing for them. If they're older, just don't send them to camp with nothing you don't want to get dirty. Don't send your child in here with their Versace on and then wonder why it's paint everywhere when you pick them up. This is a camp, we get wild, we get dirty. So, where to put them on something that you really don't care to get messed up with, okay? So that was another thing. And then, a water bottle. So every child will need to bring a water bottle. We will provide the water here. We have water coolers on each floor. So just make sure they have a water bottle. Label it so we know whose is who. I'm thinking to let them just keep it here so you guys don't have to worry about bringing them every morning. So, if you're comfortable with leaving your child's water bottle, then just bring them here, okay? That's what I was reading. Oh, okay. Them, okay, I'm glad, y'all bring up all the stuff that ain't on my paper. Them Stanleys. Last year, y'all parents Stanley me to death about when them kids leave them Stanleys. Send a cheap $1 water bottle, okay? Just send a cheap, y'all kids take them Stanleys, they be upstairs, downstairs, putting them in people's book bags, putting them in our sinks. Just give them a simple water bottle, unless you can afford them to keep losing a Stanley, because it's too much. I'm telling you, know how many texts I got about, my child left their Stanley? I'm like, what? How do they send this? Also, you will need to provide a toothbrush. So every camper will need a toothbrush. We are implementing something new. I wanted to try it out, see how it works, but having them brush their teeth when they finish their meal. So that when we pass the schedule, I have a case for them. Yeah, don't worry about the case. We have some cases. So just bringing the toothbrush is fine. Again, label. So put your child's name on it with a sticker or whatever, initials, something, so we know it's your child's. Okay. No toothpaste. No, Bill, did you ask that? Oh, okay. Yeah, no toothpaste. We'll provide all of that. We just want you to bring your toothbrush. Hello. Come on in.
Hey, come on down. You're the next contestant.
Michelle, I have a question.
Yes.
About devices, so cell phones, iPads.
Oh, I'm gonna get to that. That's right next. No, that's on the list. No, that's on the list.
They about to leave my home.
Okay. So, for those walking in, I was just going over about what you need for camp. So, just so you guys know real quick before I move on, for camp they will need a water bottle, tennis shoes, toothbrush, and socks. And a change of clothes for the little ones. Some of the older ones too, honestly. If you no, for real, you'd be surprised. So having a change of clothes is just good, just period. So change of clothes definitely.
So we get the list of that once at the end.
So I put this on. Like I said, I have so many different papers. I didn't want both my guard with leaving here with all these different papers. But if it's anything like for something like that, if it's anything that you need to remember, I will send this out through the app, and we'll talk about the app in a second. Okay, so you'll have it to be able to access if you need to go back for anything. Okay. Let me make sure that's everything as far as what they need to bring. Yep. Now, what they don't need to bring. Items that you want to leave at home. That's going to be any valuables, okay? Jewelry, money, that's not, and then we'll talk about that, but that's not contributed to the store. We do have a snack store here, so we'll talk about that too. But for now, don't send your kid here with $100 or anything like that. And I've seen it, so. Toys. This is the first year I'm banning the toys. It becomes too much. Again, y'all texting me looking for y'all kids' toys, and then the kids are fighting over them. They stealing them from each other. Just keep the toys at home. And then the big one, the electronics. The kids are gonna kill me for this, but I'm banning them this year. I'm banning them, yeah. I'm learning as I go. Like, I've been dealing with this for a long time and running camp many years, but the electronics and these phones and iPads, it becomes too much. Not for me, mostly for my staff. When we trying to get kids to do things, they're on the phones. Every time something is an issue, they calling y'all for nothing. It's just then I don't know how many lost phones and stuff and iPads that we had to go through last year. So it's too much with it. I'd rather y'all just keep them at home, or make sure your child know to keep them in their bags. They, being as though I'm operating under the Department of Education now, they really not even recommending those. I think they're supposed to get like 30 minutes or an hour out of the week for electronics. That's it. They won't even let us do more, so it kind of worked in favor for me, so I can tell the kids, 'cause most of them are used to bringing their stuff, because I really don't care if they have it or not, but now they're going to see they can't, and I'm going to blame it on the Department of Education for that. So, keep the devices at home. We on that paper that we gave out, the pick up and drop off policy, that's the phone number for here, okay? So anytime you need to reach your child, want to check on your child, y'all know my work phone is always in my hand. I'm the only one that answer it. So whether you text or call, I just want to, especially for my newcomers, like I said, I have about 5 new kids this year. If you need to reach me or talk to your child, whatever may soothe you, I'm okay with that. But just call my phone, or you can call well, try not to say house phone. Even though it's the landline. There we go. The landline. Yes. So yes, y'all can call that phone anytime you like. To check on your child and things like that. I prefer you call me, because most of the time the staff will be dealing with your kids. I'm easily probably doing nothing but watching, and I can just bring them the phone. So that will work as well. Also, so no questions on what bringing anything. Put it in her bag. Yeah, I say you could put the devices in the bag. I just don't want it out for them to be able to access it. Yeah.
If they can't use it, then I might send out.
Well, yeah, I get it because they got those little tracker watches and stuff. So yeah, you can always put it on there. I mean, put it in her bag. Just don't give it to her because we know Miss Cody Ma. So yes, we're gonna just avoid that. But yeah, that's fine. You can definitely put the devices in the bag. That's okay. Let's talk about.
You said your contact number is on that pickup and drop off sheet, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And like I said, most of you guys, if you just go to Google, the phone number that's for the business is actually, you won't see the one that's on the paper. You'll see my business cell phone. So again, you can reach me there. If you need to something with the staff, let them know anything like that. It's most likely better to call the landline phone. Okay. Did everyone receive the schedule yet? Did we pass that out?
Yes.
The daily schedule? That was this one.
Yes.
You sure? Did y'all receive that one, the daily schedule? Okay, so I'm gonna go over that one briefly, okay, just real quick about the daily schedule. And again, all of these things will be in your app, and I'll talk about the app for those that don't know what the app is. Waiting on you, Miss Sheila. I'm waiting on you for the paper. I have it here, but I don't think this one is the updated one. Okay, so for the summer schedule, we have, okay, so from 7 to 8 is coloring when they come in. So again, if you missed out on what I said about, we open the camp hours are from 8 to 5. We have, if you're paying for the before and the after care, then your child will come at 7 and dismiss at 6. If you need questions about that, feel free to talk to me afterwards to get clarification. If you are on the scholarship voucher program, then most likely your voucher covers that amount to stay during those times, okay? So for the summer schedule, everybody got one of these to go by? Okay. So from 7 to 8, which is when they're coming in the morning, just coloring and worksheets, just something to keep them a little quiet and calm before they come in acting crazy and ready to turn up. So 8 o'clock through 9 o'clock, that's their breakfast time. So I think you missed the part about breakfast. So we are providing breakfast, lunch, and snacks. If you choose to bring your child's lunch, it has to have a label with their name and the date on it, and no hot foods, so cold lunches, okay? We will have a menu down at the bulletin board to show what's being served for lunch, okay? So there you go. And then, so at 9 o'clock is circle time, greeting, and we go over the kids with the schedule is for the day. Okay, so this schedule here is just a brief outline. It's not the same thing every single day in that same order. We just kind of had to give an idea of what you will be doing. Again, I never operated this way, so this is new for me to try to run a schedule, and we're gonna see how it goes because, you know, the kids kind of, they tell you what they want to do. I say circle time, but if they saying no, we want to play, you know, to keep everything cool, it changes. So, during that time, 9 a.m. to 9:15 is circle time scheduled today. After that, 9:30 is board games. So board games from 9:30 to 10. And then after that, 10 to 11 is outdoor play. So the Department of Education requires outdoor play daily. So we have to send the kids outside. As you guys know, this is all parking lot. But at the end, all the way at the end down here, we have a play area that's fenced in for our kids. It's a grass area. So that's where their play area is. And then so the kids will be split into 2 groups most of the time. Like I said, we have a group of about 40 kids. They will probably be split 20 and 20. So 20 will be upstairs, 20 will be downstairs, and we'll rotate depending on what we're doing. So that's why you'll see from 10 to 11 is the first group, and then from 10, the second group after that. So the gym play is downstairs. We have a gymnastics equipment and trampolines and stuff like that that the kids can jump on, have fun on the gymnastics equipment. Miss Unique is a certified gymnastics trainer, so when they are down there, she will be down there to instruct them what they can do, what they can't do, all of those things. Okay. From 11:30 to 11:45, washing of hands, getting seated, getting ready for lunch, and then a food prayer. So I am a woman of God, and I had some people say this food prayer thing is too much, but if anyone is against it that does not pray, please let me know. You don't have to say so right now, but let me know if it's an issue. And here I want me and my kids to pray over our food, so if that's an issue, just let me know. For religious reasons, I do understand everybody's different. It's going to happen, but I might just have your child do something separately outside of the prayer, okay? After that, they will have lunch, and then from 12:15 to 12:30, they'll be doing toothbrushing. So that's when they'll get their toothbrushing. Hey, did you hear about the toothbrush? Yeah. Okay, so we're brushing teeth now. And then after that, we 12:30 to 1 p.m. is quiet time. We don't do naps. I never did naps really. Yeah, the kids kind of, when they get tired, they just fall out wherever they at, really. But we do, for the sake of my staff, to just get a peace of mind, we gotta have some quietness, because literally from the morning to the end of the day, the kids are in here going crazy. So to keep it a little calm, 12:30 to 1 is quiet time. That means they're book reading. We have headsets that they'll be listening to for stories or soft music, or just being able to rest. A lot of them bring blankets and stuff because they just want to lay down. So whatever you choose, just don't expect a nap. We're not putting your kids to sleep. So by the time y'all get them, that's probably when they're gonna be going to sleep.
Before they get home.
Yeah. 1 to 2 is creative building. So that's pretty much what they'll be using. The kids use blocks, magnets. They're building, they're creating things, building houses, making cars, robotic stuff, all of those creative things, okay? So that's what the creative building is. 2 to 2:15 is clean up. One thing I'm big on is the kids cleaning up behind themselves. I don't know what y'all do at home, but in Miss Shanny's place, you gotta clean up. That'll help you from pulling out everything at one time, and it also give you just a sense of responsibility, even for the little ones. My 2-year-old, me and my husband make sure he cleans up, so you gotta make sure that the kids are following these things that they do at home. So that's the cleanup time. Then 2:15 to 3 is arts and crafts. Arts and crafts could be anything. We may be doing stuff with food. We may be, making things for holidays. Y'all know what arts and crafts is, so that's basically what that is. And then from 3 to 3:15 is cleaning up those arts and crafts. At 3:15 to 3:30 is your snack time. So that's when the kids will be able to have their snack. After that, enrichment and life skills. This was not required by the Department of Education, but I thought it would be good to add in. Before we operated this way under them, I already had, like, we were doing cooking. We used to have host cooking classes, and my husband had a boys mentorship program and stuff like that. So we always big on trying to just level up the kids, no matter what their age is. So for enrichment, we have plenty of different things. Again, I have a chef coming out that usually comes every year. The chef, she missed last year, but she usually comes out. I also have a hair braider coming out for the girls. As you can see, we have mannequin dolls back there. So during that time, the kids get to explore what they want to do during the enrichment time. It has to be something that's enriching, something they can really learn, and life skills, those type of things. So they'll have a choice during that time to do whatever we may have, okay? Journal writing and expression worksheet. So from 4 to 4:20, they're journal writing. Journal writing is pretty much them saying, they could be saying, whatever the topic may be. We're gonna give them topics. We may say, okay, maybe something based on a field trip. What was about this field trip that you liked, what you didn't like. We're talking about something at home. Who do you love at home? What do you do at home? Could be anything the topic may be. Just to get the kids, again, we're trying to get them thinking and writing. And for the little ones, they would be, if they're not writing, they can draw. The little kids, they know how to draw. You say, okay, well, where did you go? They can draw you where they went to. Those things. Just getting them engaged in writing. 4:20 to 5 is group games. So during that time, they'll probably be downstairs in the lower gym or upstairs here, engaging in different group activities to keep them occupied. So the goal is to keep all of the kids occupied every moment, because what that does is keep them entertained, keep the staff sane, and just keeping them busy so that, you know, they're not getting into things. When they bored, what I learned is when these kids are bored, they start tearing up stuff. I'm so tired of painting the wall, fixing the holes, everything that we, you know, can do to keep them from doing what they shouldn't be doing is what that part will be, just keeping them him during the day, making sure that they keep them busy. So that's pretty much how the schedule will go. 5 o'clock, they preparing, they're getting everything ready, and we'll be talking to the kids about how their day went. So, you know, making sure if, you know, before they get home and say, well, Mom, I didn't eat, I forgot to eat today or anything. We would know all of these things by talking to your children before they even come. Okay, well, how was your day today? Oh, well, little Susie took my toy that wasn't supposed to be here. And, you know, now we get to address Susie and her here and say, hey, well, what happened? Or, you know, even positive things. Just seeing how their day went. Oh, we had a great day, and we loved that we did this. And then I said, oh, okay, well, yeah, maybe we do that again since y'all liked it. So just interacting with y'all kids to get, well, most of them we already know, but just knowing, just making them happy on top of that. So everybody clear with the schedule? No questions on that? Okay. All right. So we do, as far as health and safety, speaking just briefly on that, all of my staff are CPR certified. So we're missing 2 staff, which is my son and my daughter, okay? They are employees just like everybody else here. So you'll see them if you don't already see them. My daughters, you see them now, they work aftercare for those that are here. But so those are the only 2 that's missing, but you will recognize them when they have their uniform. But anyway, everybody here is CPR certified, including myself, and everybody took a basic safety and health training, so to do in slight cases of emergencies and things like that. So what I ask of you when it comes to health and safety is to keep your child home if you're sick. I don't know how many ways to even say this or how clear can I say it, but keep your child home if they are sick. I know parents have to work. You know, some of y'all cannot get off and things like that, but it becomes crazy when parents bring their kids in here sick, and I never had a policy. This is why I had to host a meeting this time and really explain this, because just putting it on a paper, it doesn't get to you guys. I really need to say, keep your kids home if they are sick. Because what happens is when the parent bring them in here, now they are getting everybody else sick. My staff is sick. I think we had to close down last year, right? Because of this reason. And I'm so nice and everything, trying to just, you know, I know you gotta go work. Okay, we'll, you know, just we'll keep it, but you gotta pick up. None of that this year. I bought a thermometer. I'm taking your child's temperature. I'm looking for runny noses and all of those things that y'all call allergies. If your doctor does not write it up and say that this is an allergy, then you will have to come get your child, because what happens is everybody in here is getting sick. The kids are getting sick, the staff is getting sick, and then we can't operate now because you didn't stay home. Now everybody got to stay home. So we are really enforcing this sick policy this year of keeping your child home if they are sick or any other things. Anybody that child has allergies or medications, I myself am trained to and certified to give medication. My daughter will be the other person, so if I'm not on site and she's on site, she can administer medication for those that need it. For little things like giving your child stuff that's not prescribed, you have to do those at home, okay? Make sure you give, if your child is, I don't know, even for sunscreen. If you need sunscreen put on your child, make sure you do that before you come into the facility, okay? Because I'm only administering things that the doctor says that has to be administered throughout the day while they're with us. And as far as any boo-boos and falls and anything like that, I do my best to make sure y'all kids are safe. I have cameras every single place you could think of in this upstairs and downstairs. I even have cameras in my kitchen, because you never know, these kids are everywhere. So I want to make sure that everybody is safe as much as possible. So when it comes to things like if your child got hurt doing anything, again, we are a gymnastics gym. And the kids they have a lot more freedom than they would anywhere else. A lot of these camps, they take y'all kids and they sitting them down all day, and that's just not how I do. My thing is to let the kids have fun. So we may be playing soccer, we may be playing double dutch, whatever it may be. If any injuries occur on your child, my goal is just to follow the protocol, which is basically calling you, letting you know what happened, what condition your child is in. If there's anything that requires you to come over, or it's something that can wait until the end of the day, and I will give you a written report to let you know what happened. Okay, and feel free. Again, I have cameras everywhere, so sometimes y'all kids lie, and I'm gonna be honest. A lot of them lie, to be honest. So that's another reason I'm thankful for these cameras, because if the child say, "Oh, somebody pushed me," then I get to go back and see if that really occurred or not. So anything that you question, feel free to ask me, and I always take a look. Okay, well, they said she stole it out her book bag. I'm gonna go back and see if she stole it or not. So again, just keeping the communication line open. But as far as safety, just as long as, like I said, have your kids in socks, make sure they dress properly, and me and my staff will do the best on out and making sure that these kids don't get hurt. Again, they're kids, so they're all over the place. But having a little structure with the activities we're doing can help a lot on injuries and boo-boos and things like that. Anybody have any questions about that part? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, like, as far as, like, for instance, COVID, she's supposed to be in the morning and at night, so she won't be here.
Mm-hmm.
But
So inhalers, they need to be, we have to have one of their inhalers here. I'm glad you said that.
Right.
So all the asthma, definitely give us an extra inhaler for your child, so we can store it in our first aid department compartment.
And that's something that she can deal with.
So yes, they can self-administer. Yeah, I have to check the age level on it, but I know they can self-administer for those. But it's best to keep it with us, because them kids lose everything. So we're with her. So there's no reason, even on field trips, we'll be taking inhalers and everything like that with us. So as long as hopefully we don't need them. I never had any instance where they need them, but if they do, it's available. But
Just
yeah.
like stuff like soccer and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
she's running, she will start coughing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we do a lot of outdoor play here. If y'all don't know that, we do a lot of outdoor play. Them kids love outside. Outside is where they like to be. Some of them a little different because they don't like heat, and some of them don't like to be outside at all. But we go outside, and most of the time, if it's on hot days, we taking buckets of water. If y'all been here, y'all know we do a lot of water play, so the kids can be comfortable while they outside. But that's that part for the safety. Almost here, almost done, y'all. Bear with me. Weather, closings, and emergencies. That's pretty much just saying when they determine if we having something that needs to close us. Normally for summertime, we don't really have any problems with weather-related issues. If it's too hot, we just stay in, But I always just tell y'all to just be prepared if anything happen emergency-wise. I follow the PG County rules and guidelines. So if they say, hey, you need to not have activities today, then that's what we will do. During the school year, for those that for before and after care, I usually follow the school guidelines. So just so you know, they say it's snow day, and then I'm a snow day too. Okay, so that's how that works. Emergencies, when the kids first come, we are going to do a fire drill, just to run, just that first week, just so they can be able to know what to do in case of an emergency. These are things that don't happen, but we really have to be prepared for them. So doing something like that, just at least to let the kids know we have 2 exits, one on this side and one on the other side, so they'll get familiar with being able to know where to go if it's time to leave the building for anything. Communication. As far as communication, I discussed being able to reach me on the business line and the landline for the facility. We also have an app. Majority of you guys, I think it's just like a couple of my new people that don't have the app yet. I will make sure you guys get linked up before camp starts, okay? So the app is Shan's Jumping Gymnasium. You find it in your app store. And once you download it, you will be able to see everything there. So you will see your child enrolled into the summer camp program, and there, if you have tuition payments or anything, you can enter them there. If you, what else does it do? Videos and pictures. So you will receive videos and pictures of anything that we're doing. It will send you there.
Is it the circle time?
No, not Circle Time. So that was the new app we had tried that it didn't work.
It didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work.
No, I had that one.
Yeah.
I had deleted that. No, I
Yeah.
had-
So that, yeah, because you probably had the regular one at first. We switched because I
That circle time.
yeah, I didn't like it either. That's why I switched. So yeah, so now it's just the Shands Jumper Gymnasium app, and again, if you're not in it, I'll make sure you get in it by the time camp starts.
Okay, cool.
So on there, like I said, you'll get notifications of your child that if they doing something that I needed you to see, or it might be them at the pool, whatever the case may be, you'll get to see that. And the app also for notifications like anything that's coming up, any news, updates, any changes or anything, I will send out a notice instead of texting and emailing every single person. I will put it right through the app, and you just make sure your notifications are on so you can get the ding. Can you raise your hand if you have the app actually? Okay.
So I'm the app,
Mhm.
and when I was registering and paying for her, I couldn't get in. You could tell me reset my password,
Mhm.
but I still wouldn't.
Okay, so I'll help you get fix that. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so that's pretty much the communication process. And I'm usually on site every day for camp. You will probably see me every day as well as the staff. My office is right around this corner on this floor, and I'm usually here the whole day. Okay, so I'm not hard to reach. If there's any problems, complaints, concerns, feel free. If you don't feel comfortable talking to my staff about it, feel free to ask for me, and I will step right in and try to help whatever it is that you need help with or assistance with, okay? I do ask that y'all just respect my staff because they are told to respect you guys. Haven't had many instances with disrespect from my parents, but you know, sometimes y'all parents get upset or y'all having a bad day and things like that, and y'all come in here taking it out on us. We deal with enough dealing with y'all kids. So I ask that y'all just be, you know, courteous of things, and even if it's something that's our fault that happened, it's okay to just communicate, because I'm big on fixing whatever it is, or assuring you that, you know, we can fix it before it has to get big and ugly, okay? One thing I learned this year is I'm not afraid to terminate parents. Some of y'all parents, and maybe not, I'm not speaking to anyone individually, I'm just speaking in general. Some of y'all parents just go a little bit too far when it comes to y'all kids not accepting accountability. So this year will be my first year standing on business that if you're not fit for us, I'm not afraid to tell you so. And you know, same, it goes both ways. If y'all feel, okay, this doesn't work for me, I'm okay with, hey, it doesn't, and you know, we part ways. So that's why that was one of the reasons I wanted to have this orientation again, just to make you know, see faces, hear voices, y'all can hear me speak, because a lot of the times putting this stuff on paper, parents absolutely do not pay any attention and think that because they are the customer that I'm just supposed to, and me and my staff is supposed to put up whatever may come. Not this year, okay? I've been running, we are Excel level 3, which means we are working, there's 3 levels for high quality centers, 1 through 5. I am level 3, and it took so long and so hard and a lot of work for me to get there, and I'm continuing to grow. Me and my staff are growing, and we want y'all to grow with us. So, you know, I'm trying to provide the best facility in PG County, and I know I can do it. So, y'all, because of y'all are the customers. It won't be no Shands Jumper Gymnasium without y'all. But just know on my side as well, I'm not afraid to say no, you know, and be okay with that. Be okay if you're asking me to come pick up your child at 7 o'clock and I say no. I have 5 kids. I cannot. I still have to live a life, and just as y'all do, I have problems and everything else. I'm very well to work with. Just communication. If you know how to communicate, y'all adults, just communicate when things, and if it doesn't, you know, whatever I can't do, I'll try to help you, but some things I'm not going to be able to, okay? So that's the whole communication part. Question? Okay.
When you mentioned the water play,
Mhm.
that's outside, should we like pack a towel or?
So the water play is normally randomly, and it's usually because it's hot. Let's just go outside and get wet,
Correct.
you know. So it's normally randomly, but again, if you pack a bag for your child and you want to pack those things in it, that's a bonus.
Okay.
I think I had a parent complain last year that, you know, us wetting up the kids with no bathing suits and stuff. I was like, oh, you know, so I'm gonna try to be more considerate of those things this year. So yes, definitely, if you want to pack those things in there. But sometimes, listen, y'all pay me to make sure y'all kids are safe and having fun. You know, as long as they ain't getting hurt, nothing like that, a little water ain't gonna help them. It's 90 degrees out. Like, just I let them air out if that makes you feel better. But, you know, just
We gonna wear them up.
yeah, I said bring extra, and that was one of the reasons. Bring extra clothes just in case. So,
We
but
gonna wear them up.
yeah, they love the water. If they could be in water every day, them kids would choose that. They love
They
it.
love that. We
So
gonna wear 'em up.
again, we don't want them just sitting around. It's born for us and it's born for them, and then they don't want to come back. You know, I seen some camps, and I never really wanted to run it the way that they run them. But you know, I do understand why I think some things are in place. So yes, again, if we wetting them up or anything, just have them some extra clothes, so that way we could say, oh, it's a random day, but they got something to put on. Okay, you said you had 2 questions.
Is it field trips?
Field trips, so that was another thing on my list. The field trips, I was supposed to have y'all print out of field trips, but my daughter's still finalizing them, so she does not have them ready. I will have those to y'all before camp start. Pretty much like with where we're going. I know some of the places are skating, the pool. It's this place called Scramble we go every year. It's an indoor playground in Virginia we go to. There's a bounce house right behind us. We go there. It's a few places we're gonna be taking them. So the field trips are included, so nobody has to worry about this year. Last year we were all over the place randomly, like, hey, send $10 the morning of a trip and stuff like that. So I'm working on me too, sis. I'm working on me too. So this year we said let's just include everything so that we don't have those problems. So trips are all paid for. Y'all don't have to worry about anything with that. But again, I'll get y'all those lists so y'all know, at least know where we're going and be prepared for it. So we will have that. Mm-hmm.
For the bags, we just pack it once, you guys keep it here, or do they bring it back and forth?
So I prefer you guys to take it. We don't really have the room to store it. And then I want you to be checking it to see if you need to change anything. The socks might be dirty now. You might need to put some new ones in there. They might need something different for the swim or the towel. So, you know, have it back and forth would be better. I know it might be a bit much trying to come out in the morning and make sure you got everything, but having them here, I feel like we're not going to have anywhere to put them and they're going to get lost. So, yeah, definitely take them. Mm-hmm.
So the field trips, like, I don't know if you guys bring hard skating or.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's on our itinerary.
Certain field trips, can parents go?
So yes, we would love for you to go and help us with these kids. Oh, you said, you think your parents go.
Like, Cody's never been skating before, so I feel like I would need to be there to help him the first time.
I mean, if that's what you choose, but your daughter does everything here. She skate across this floor if we let her. So if you feel more comfortable with coming, then that's fine. Yeah, just everybody that comes have to be fingerprinted, okay, and background check.
I was gonna say, I am through Pekin County already. Do I need to?
You would have to do it through to my facility.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a fingerprint place around here. I would just tell you go to and give you my number to be put on it so it can be sent to me. But yeah, that's fine. I'm definitely okay with y'all coming.
If one, I got a clearance, but 2, I have it for DC.
Yeah, whatever you have, you still have to do it for us. It doesn't.
Go for Maryland, like, is it somewhat completely different? I know for DC, I went to like UPS and then they sent me somewhere else. For DC, like.
Oh, you mean going? I don't know, cause I have everybody get fingerprinted in Maryland, so I'm not sure if you do it in DC. Will I get the results? Maybe. I'm not sure how that works. I'll look into it and see, but I'm not sure. But you can look into it as well and let me know if you see anything. But yes, that's fine. Definitely full of volunteers. Just let us know what day and stuff like that, and we're okay. Let me see. I think I touched mostly everything. Okay, so as far as the policies, Ms. Shirley, can you give everybody this so they can take a picture? This is our behavior policy. I don't think I've ever given out a behavior policy in all my 8 years of camp. But this time I want you guys to just be aware of what's going on. as far as the behavior policy. So behavior policy just tells you about what to expect as far as your child's behavior and things like that. So what we do is pretty much timeouts. If your child is misbehaving or anything like that, they will go to a timeout. This does not apply to our autistic kids or anyone of that nature, any of the kids of that nature. What did you say? No, it doesn't apply to them because sometimes they, and you'll see on the paper, they need more alternatives than just sitting at a timeout. So we have things like, we might redirect them to do something else or something like that. The other kids that's not, they fully capable of understanding when they not behaving correctly. So it talks about timeout, and it talks about just giving the kids choices instead of, putting them in timeout. We'll try to give them other options or give them a chance to regroup before we have to do timeout. Everything good, Ms. Shirley? And then as far as termination, I had to put some, just had to put that in there. One of the things that I'm implementing this year is my bullying policy and my hitting policy, fighting. It's a zero tolerance, okay? The kids, they do get into it and stuff like that. Those small things, I'm honestly not gonna, terminate anybody's child for something like that. They in here all day together. They're gonna be fussing and whatever the case may be. But if your child is a violent child that's, fighting kids or bullying kids like that, you'll see in that policy of what's the procedure for if it has to end up in a termination. And if you have a child that's coming home and saying that a child is hitting them or bullying them, please let me know right away so I can address the situation ASAP. We don't want it to go on, okay? I want the kids to come here and be comfortable and feeling like this is a safe place for them. So that's the policy for that. You guys can read over that on your own time. At the end of camp, we are going to have a party. The end of camp is the last day is the 21st of August. Please keep in mind and note that August 21st is a Thursday, so there's no camp on that Friday. Okay, I'm saying that for the people in the back. Not in the back, but because yes, please look at the dates of when what I'm saying. So August 21st, which is a Thursday, is the last day of camp. That's the day that we will be having our end of camp party. I haven't decided what we're doing, but I know we're gonna go out with a bang. So that is definitely will be shared. It says it will be shared with you through the app. So we'll let you know what the end of the camp party will be. Okay, whether it be here or we go out or whatever the case may be, you'll know. Okay. Anybody have any questions? I feel like I touched most of the important things. Going back to the lunch, make sure if you are packing your child's lunch, pack something nutritious in there with it, okay? Because we've been getting a lot of just last year, just getting a lot of people coming with just all snacks saying that's what their child eat. That's not what they're gonna eat here. I'm gonna give them some food, so I prefer you to give them the right things before I do, because that stuff with just giving them oatmeal pies and chips and Jello, that's not a lunch. So make sure y'all, pack them. They jumping off the walls in here. I mean, literally, some of them last year was bringing just candy. Like, this is the lunch? Yeah, I opened the lunch box. Y'all remember they just had all kinds of everything but a meal. I'm like, what are they? And then you tell the parent, and they just like, well, that's all they eat. No, that's all you get them, because, you gotta get them kids some food. So yeah, I'm going back to that part. But anything else? Do y'all have any questions? Staff, y'all have questions about anything?
And we don't chew gum. There's no gum chewing in here.
Oh yeah. Unique just said she saw some gum stuck on her
Yeah,
seat recently.
when they wasn't supposed to eat gum, but they know they ain't supposed to chew gum, but they still find somebody in here chewing. And let's have it, because it's going in trash.
Yeah, okay. So Ms. Sheila said no gum. No gum. She said I'm not cleaning up no gum this year, so. Okay. Let me see, I think I've touched bases on everything. We do have some forms that y'all need to complete. This one thing about being under the Department of Education, they want every single thing from these children. So, some of y'all ain't aftercare, but y'all still need some forms starting for the summer. So I'll make sure I give everybody a health inventory form. I might have to make some prints, but y'all should be able to get some today. Yeah, I'll print some more. So I can email it. I prefer to email it. I ain't gotta print everybody's, but it's up to you. If you need a copy, I can give you one. If you prefer me email it, and you know, one part is for you guys to fill out, and then the other part is for your doctors. And it's like just shot records, stuff like that. So I'm giving you, you know, you guys giving it out today. You guys just try to get it to me by the time camp starts. Okay. So I'll email it if you choose to email it. Do we have that sign-in sheet? Oh, okay. Yeah, so we'll, if you wanna email it, can you just see if, well, who prefer paper copy? 1, 2, 3, 4, I think I got 4, so everybody else good with email? Okay, so remember to get one, just make one for all of your kids if you got multiple. Okay, so you just want one in there?
Yeah, I'll make my.
Okay, you wanna give it to them? Okay. And then the emergency forms, I believe that I sent those to y'all via email. If your child is in aftercare, then we sent those home. Did you return them? If not, please make sure we get those back by time camp start. But other than that, I think for everybody else that's not in my aftercare program, I emailed those emergency forms. Did you receive emergency forms? If not, once I send the health form, I'll send both. And if you already completed it, don't worry about it. If not, then can you give her this form? Oh, I'm emailing her. And anybody, kids that have the IEP plan, so make sure you send those to me, okay? Anybody, kids that's on the IEP plan, make sure, yes, send them to me so we can, those things are extensive. They're a lot of pages. So I don't wanna just, no, you have the hard one, that's fine. I can put it in his file, put it in their file.
You want me to email it?
Yeah.
Yeah, cause it was, it's a lot.
It's a-
Both people.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't have an extra copy of it, right?
They emailed it to me.
Okay, so then yeah, okay, that's fine. Send them, email them. As far as that, do we have anybody, child here? And if you don't feel comfortable telling me, but I mean, this is so common now, we can openly talk about it. But if your child is on any medication for ADHD or any of those things that they are diagnosed with, let me know. Taking medication? Okay, yep. So that's fine. We'll talk about that because you'll have to fill out the.
So I need a form anyway for Malachi and Madison and Malachi.
Okay. Oh, EpiPen.
Oh, yeah, I have to provide that for her allergy.
Okay, that's fine. So all of those things on the health form, it'll stay, and then you just bring it the day of camp, and we will keep it here. Yeah. So that's how that works.
If they've already had to have this filled out for PG for another, like their other before and after care programs, can we bring that same copy? This
Yes,
other
it's
time
on.
around?
It has to be. It's updated
Which-
yearly. So if it's
What's the
within
timeframe?
a year.
Okay.
So if it's updated, if it's been updated yearly, then if you know you have it from somewhere else, then you can send those health forms to me. It's shot records, all that stuff can come if they've already seen the doctor. I wanted to get out. It was just last minute. I forgot the papers about getting to know your child. For like I said, I only have about 5 or 6 new kids, but I did want to be able to see, read some things about your child. But when they come in the first day, just know I'm not new to this. So you are new to me, and you are too, and y'all know you, but y'all new to me. But don't be afraid to leave y'all kids and have to bombard me with everything that I need to know about them, because it's going to show. It's going to show, and I dealt with so many different kids that they will be fine. And just by them sitting here, I can see they're fine now. So, yes.
I do have one question with
Uh-huh.
the age, child, 4-year-old. So
Mhm.
do you guys split them up, or she can handle her own? but
So,
you just trying to-
so the kids are gonna be with all of the kids, not at one time, but it just depends on. It's not really a set age, because we're gonna protect you, baby. Anybody gonna bother
No,
her?
it's not that. I mean,
Mhm.
I feel enough trust in
Mhm.
my kid now.
Yeah.
A long time ago. But
Who referred you? I think I remember speaking to.
She went to the dance studio next door,
Mhm.
and I couldn't do gymnastics, so then I called about
Oh, okay,
to come
okay.
for summer, and I believe getting into it. So I do thank you for getting her in at the last minute.
Oh, Charlie, right?
Yes,
Okay,
She's
Charlie.
really small.
Oh yeah, your
She
mom. I
tries
know you.
to
Okay.
do everything.
Mhm.
So that's
We
why
have a
I'm
couple of those.
Yeah, we got a lot of those. Yeah. Uh-huh. But no, she'll be fine. Most of the time they use the older kids if she's around the older kids. We only have up to age. This year I think I stopped. The oldest we have is like 10 or 11, somewhere around that age. Yeah, we don't have any big older kids, but the older ones we get them to help out with the little ones a lot. So you don't have to worry about it. But we have a lot of the younger kids as well, 4, 5, 6. I think we don't have any 3. Malachi will probably be, how old is Malachi now? He's turning 4, yeah. He'll probably be the youngest one in here, birthday-wise. But, yeah, no, he'll be fine. And this is a mom here that has her youngest here. He's the youngest in the program, and he runs right with the big ones. Yeah, so, any other questions you guys have? I do want to, the last thing would be to just go over the shirts. They will have field trip shirts. These are what they're wearing. I just need to get everybody's size so that I know what to have for your child when camp starts. So they will wear these on Friday. You take them home, wash them, make sure they got them for the next Friday. I'm sorry, they wear these on field trip days. So you'll have the schedule for the field trip, so you'll know when to throw this on them. Okay. Okay. So if Miss Shirley, you want to help me, just ask the parents what size they need, and then just write it beside their name. Now we know what. You got a pen? So let me show you. This right here is you have a choice of, this is a large youth. Again, we don't have a lot of big kids. Yes. No. Honey, everything is paid. No money. I'll get you one. You want a lot? Okay, I'll get you one.
That's the biggest size?
Yes. I'm gonna put on the back. This is everybody's mother. So I'm sorry.
You have extra large? If not, then it's just large.
I can get a bigger one. Is you think Khalil needs the bigger one? His little small self.
Yeah, that's what I said.
His little small skinny self. Yeah. So. Oh, I tell him one second. So this is a large. Just so you know what to put beside your child's name. This is the large here. This is and it's a large youth. So all of them are youth shirts. Small. And this is, I guess this is the smaller one. This is a 5'6". So we'll call this the extra small. Or we could cut, no, because I'm going to get confused. Call this the extra small. So everybody see this one? Huh? No, this would be considered the medium because it's the in between. Your kids probably need this one.
Yeah, Saul's a little bigger. I'm hoping
I mean, you can go for this one might be too big for him.
that, yeah, exactly.
That's a medium diameter.
No, that's a small. That's an adult small.
So it's extra small, and then a large, we'll put medium for that.
No, put small because when I order them, I need to make sure, huh?
One of your hands is a small.
Yeah.
That looks like a medium.
Yeah, this is small. This one is.
Yeah, that looks like
This is.
the extra small.
That looks extra small.
That's why I said call this the extra small. So if you need this size, put XS beside yours, so we know. Oh, let me show these people on my Zoom. This is a small. This is a large. Which one is this? This is a large view. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I think that's I mean, it might maybe a 3T, but we don't got nobody that need a smaller. Right. That's not. Okay, guys, this concludes the orientation. We will see you guys in what was it, 2 weeks? Aftercare parents, please remember it's no aftercare next week. Don't do that. I see your face over there frowning up already. Yes, listen. My staff gotta have a life. We gotta prepare for all this. We still renovating. We got a lot of stuff to do. We gotta get this facility deep clean. We gotta do a lot coming up. Cody can help. So yes, please give us that week. And I'm taking my kids on vacation. So listen, just give us a week. That's all we need. You know what? All right, this concludes.